recording again.
Look, ladies, I'll be back.
In the meantime, really have a good hard think about letting that calf out. They're just a challenge. If you know, you know. It's a really nice looking calf. I don't know. Mum is definitely in there somewhere. Morning, everyone. Look at that. I'm not really sure if the camera's going to do it justice, but pretty windy and cold. So the snow down to 200 meters yesterday. We didn't see any snow, but somewhere did. And it felt like it. It was really cold. And so today we'll milk cows and we'll run through what changes have happened in the last 2 months. 2 months I haven't recorded. So there's just a few little tweaks. So those tweaks have made a huge difference to how more efficient it is. And as we go on, it'll just keep on getting better and better with different things, like different gates and pieces. But yeah. Righto, that is milking done. We're still, we'll go up and check if we've got any calves left. We've only got 23 to calve. I'm pretty certain one isn't in calf, so 22. But for the last 3-4 days, we haven't had a single calf, which is bizarre. Because in our peak, we had, 13, 14, we might have even had a 15 day of calves. Now that was hectic. So yeah, we're still just down to one hose, which makes it a little slow. But I haven't had time to be a plumber and put some more outlets in.
We've got a few hoses
that when we're ready, we can just connect them and it'll be amazing. But just, yeah, haven't had the time to do it. We'll get there, it'll be more efficient. So we find ourselves in a bit of a strange predicament. We've calved about 230 odd cows, it's good. At the peak we had probably peak colostrum herd, so that's when we have the new ones that aren't allowed in the vat yet. We've got to wait 5 days or 10 milkings for heifers, which is mainly what we have. Cows is a little bit less. But for instance, we had that like rush of all these calves all at once, and at one stage there we had close to 70 in our colostrum herd, and we were milking 100 into the vat. And those 70 we're trying to keep track of on what's happening, if they're being milked out properly, any sort of inflammation through mastitis and all these other sort of factors. So it was taking a long time to milk those 70. For example, I think it was taking us 3 to 4 hours to milk the 170 combined. Whereas this morning we milked 238 cows in a bit under 2 hours. So it just makes such a difference when you're not having to check, monitor, try and train to come into the dairy. That's a bit of hard work too, particularly with heifers, because they're just a challenge. If you know, you know. So now what you see behind me is 5 cows in the colostrum herd, and 3 of those I could probably clear and put into the milking herd, so there'd be 2. It's not really worth it. Like, I'm better off just putting them back in the main herd and putting them on test buckets. But the fact is, I know that they're going to be milked out. They're going to be looked at when I bring them in of a morning at the end of the milking session, so I can have a good close look at them. But there's only a couple of them left now, so it shouldn't matter. The reason this has happened though is because our calving has like gone to a complete standstill. It's 20th of September and we should be finished by the first week in October, so there's probably still 2 weeks and there's 23 like I said earlier. And we haven't had a single calf in 4 or 5 days now, so I'm hoping that I'll get up there today and there'll be 2, 3 calves. So let's buzz up there and check that out.
We've got calves, and we've got 2 of them. Righto, which one's mum? The milkers are just over there.
Having a chow, so we'll try and work out who mum is.
So you can see that cow there, how round and low she is.
She hasn't calved yet. The ones that have calved are generally sunken right in. They've got a nice full bag and usually something on their tail or on the back of their udder to indicate after birth.
Nope, I thought it might have been her, but no. There's the other calf. We've got 2 calves here.
None of the mums seem interested. Ugh.
It's a nice little
made grey over there. I think
that black cow. Yep. She's mummed.
Proving a bit of a challenge when mothers aren't interested. That one.
So there's a big black one there. She's got a bit of stuff on her tail. But on calf.
I don't know. Mum is definitely in there somewhere. Might just have a little zoom around the paddock to see if there's another cow somewhere. Their hay rings are empty. I best make them feed now. No, you don't feed the hay. You put the hay in the hay rings. That, ooh, is that one it? She doesn't have much of a big round belly. That's a black one with a purple tag. I reckon she's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I reckon we found Mum. I think. So Mum might be 27709. Pink tag.
I think it's that one through there. Not the Jersey, no, not you. I think that might be Mum. See how she's just that little bit skinnier? It's not that Jersey, is it? No, that Jersey is fat as fat.
Case closed. Case closed. Anyway, we'll come back up with the hay, fill those hay rings, and then might grab the trailer or try to walk the cows and calves back down to the bottom. I'm glad we've had 2 because I just want this calving thing to end sometime soon. Well, I wasn't really planning on taking them down right now because I've got no gates set up down the bottom there, but it's sort of happening now, which is, yeah. Let's hope it works out. I've got to get to some gates before they do though, so I'll have to try and get around them. Always a bit of fun. Sorry girls, I'll be back. I'll be back with some hay. Just need to shut you girls here.
Open this gate so I can go up this paddock.
And cut them off before they go down the lane or something silly like that.
shut that gate. Better shut that gate. Better shut that gate. Look, ladies, I'll be back.
In the meantime, really have a good hard think about letting that calf out. Any of you. So if I didn't shut this, no doubt they would have walked down there. It's a horrible lane now because it's about the only one that isn't gravelled.
I think they might keep coming.
Right, now that I got in front of them, I'll go down and set up the gates ready for them to come down, and then we can milk them after we've done the milkers this afternoon. It's working pretty well. That cow in the back there, she is a 3-year-old, so this is her second lactation, and her udder looks like it's about to explode. We might try and put these couple of cows in the dairy, if they go in the dairy, and we'll put them on buckets, and we'll milk them, and then it's done. And then we don't have to wait for after milking of the other cows. So we'll see how that goes, see if this works. Actually, in the meantime, we can have a look at this. There's something that turned up that about a month ago that you might be interested in.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. Oh, another good morning. The sun is here, John, baby. It might be just the prettiest silo you might have ever seen. Just look at that silo. So good. Look! It's lifting! For the kids who are watching, this is how you lift a silo. I've never seen a silo doing it before.
Anyway, as you can see, we now have a silo. That little calfie. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. It's a really nice looking calf. Anyway, distracted. Silo. So that's been a huge game changer, because before that, I've just had to be bucket out of Damo's silo. I can't think of how many tonne we did, probably about 4 or 5 tonne out of Damo's silo, and we just bucketed into a jackie bin and then had to bring it round here, and then we had to take it out of the buckets and lay it out on the trough. And what I mean by the trough, the feed trough, is where they're obviously eating. And that calf's not coming with us, that's fine. So that was a lot of work. And then the trouble with filling the trough full of grain before they come in is that one comes in and they stop. And so it makes them really hard to load. Yeah, so we had to still keep doing that for probably another month. And then eventually we got that bottom auger attached. This top auger has only just come on today. So for the past month, we have been filling those bins full of pellets every night. Takes us about 45 to an hour. And to date, we have done 30, probably 35 tonne of bucketing pellets. And as of yesterday, we no longer have to. So that's probably helped my incredible weight loss journey, where over the last 2 months, I've probably lost like 10, 12, 15 kilos. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. Anyway, Eggsy! So this heifer has never been in a dairy, so she's going to have no idea. This one's been in a dairy. We'll see. Come on, girls. Fast forward, it's now the afternoon, got the cows in. I should also mention we put silo in, but we also put the other tank in, just so we had a bit of capacity. That is now filled by the boar. That's another story in itself, I'll talk about that later. Also, just hooked up this little number here. That is our plate cooler. So that is essentially sending water through where the milk comes through to try and cool it down. Obviously they don't touch each other, but that's it there. That's where they run down through too. That's gone in too. We now have switches, so dairy switch, cooling plates. So the dairy switch that turns on the vacuum pump, it switches some other things that won't turn on unless that's switched on. Doesn't really matter. What's that? I've started recording again. Oh, she knows. So this is the old slow banger. So that one there, she takes forever. So I just got to cup her up straight away. And we'll get all these all loaded up. So another thing that has changed is been a huge time saver is we got the other side going. So we run two sides. Obviously one side was only for a short period of time, but it felt like long enough. So now that we're doing 230 odd cows, we definitely need two sides going. So there it goes. Done. Done. Now just got to wash down, which is pretty boring. So this was the first night of using the plate cooler, so it's going to be interesting to see. I haven't had a look yet. So let's see if that helped. Usually the milk temp after, with no plate cooler, it usually sits around sort of 9 to 10 degrees straight after milking. So we'll go have a little look and see how it looks. And it is, whoa, 3.1. That plate cooler, awesome, wow. So I guess I can run through a bit more detail. So the milk comes in through the filter into the plate cooler, and then must go in and out through here, whilst the water comes in here and then out through that way. And obviously that water is enough to come through. There's pumping a fair bit of water through it, and obviously works very well It's a lot easier, a lot more efficient to be cooling the milk prior to getting to the vat. So obviously the vat's got to work a lot harder. It's running condensers and a lot more power hungry than this sort of water pump that would have been pumping water through. So that's a big win. I'm happy. I'm stoked with that. That is fantastic. So that'll just about wrap up for today's video. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.